Hello there. Nityanandam Namaskaraha. My name is Prema Pujitan Ananda, and some of you know me as Adam Charles Byerback. And today is Thursday, August 2nd, 2018. And before I start, I'd like to say, well, I've been starting my videos with these two Sanskrit terms, Nityanandam and Namaskaraha. So I figured, I should give some kind of context, at least the context that I carry about what these two terms mean. So Nityanandam is, you could break it apart into Nitya and Ananda. So Nitya means eternal, and Ananda means bliss or ecstasy. So Nityanandam means I greet you from the space of eternal bliss. So it's a blessing. And so if you say that to those around you, then you're also blessing them, that they'll be in that space. That's the ultimate space, eternal bliss. Everyone ultimately just wants to be happy. So it's just it's even if you're not Hindu, you don't really know that much Sanskrit, as I don't know very much at all. Still, just the knowledge of what that is, that having that cognition can really be a benefit to anyone. And we have Namaskara. So Namaskara is like a salutation. Namaskaraha to me, I have kind of the similar cognition as I do of Namaste, is that I greet you with the understanding that we came from the same source, you and I. You watching this video and I came from the same source. You can take that however you want. I suppose that as well could be interpreted many different ways. From a theistic perspective, from a scientific perspective, we come from the same source. I suppose that's a topic for another video, maybe in the future. And so few changes have been going on in my personal life. I'm about 39 and a half years old. And for those first 39 years, mostly I lived in the city of Porterville, California, kind of in the middle of California, and same distance from San Francisco or Los Angeles. It's like right, and other than a few months, I've taken a couple months. I was in India and also for some other travels. So maybe about 3 months total I've been out of my hometown, and now I've up and moved to Grants Pass, Oregon, and kind of kindling some relations with my mother's side of the family. This is the first time in my life I've actually had conversations with my grandfather, my mother's father. So my mother has also moved up here, and I'm actually at my uncle's house right now, because where I'm at, there is no Wi-Fi and it's very limited data usage that I have. So I wanted to make the best of this time that I have. There's a lot of things I could catch up on my email and all of that, and I might get to that, but I wanted to do this first because this is what I enjoy. I enjoy sharing. And so I enjoy sharing the best things about my life. If I'm learning anything, or if I'm having some kind of a cognitive shift about some aspect of life, that's the ultimate for me that I like to do. And I can remember many times in the past where if my friends came over to the house, I'd want to make them the best meal. I loved making desserts and all of that. I loved whatever at the time I found that was the best things that I had to offer that I thought that they would enjoy or they showed interest in. I would do that, or if it's talking on some subject. And for me, the best things that I can share have came from my spiritual teacher. I've had more than one spiritual teacher in this Janma, this lifetime. While I've been in this body, I've been very blessed, and so currently, I've been following. Well, since 2011 now, I've been following Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swami, and I do get daily emails like thoughts of the day or whatever you'd call them. Right, they're the gist of some of his discourses, the morning discourses that are given, or things said during programs. We'll get little snippets of that, and anyone who wants to listen to Swamiji's messages can sign up for those. And I just got one today, or maybe it was yesterday. And now verbatim, I don't remember exactly what the message was exactly, but it had to do with the power of words. The power of words that we speak. The power of words that we speak of ourselves. So this is an interesting exercise and technique. Very simple, but very powerful. Something that I think goes overlooked a lot of the time, at least from my experience in my life. There have been many times where I kind of just accept my shortcomings without really using any kind of will persistence to see what is actually possible. That giving up, that has happened very easily, and it's sometimes because of the words that we give. Let me give you an example. There's been some times in my life where I try to do something where it's like building something like a small art project or whatever, and I kind of get halfway and I realize that it's not turning out the way that I wanted, or something kind of messed up. And let's say someone walks in the room and says, "Oh, what are you doing there?" And I said, "Oh, I've just failed at another attempt to do this." Who says it's a failure? Only you are calling it a failure. No one else is giving you that words. And even if they are, you don't have to give those words. Okay, maybe something didn't go quite as planned. But whatever words that you're speaking about yourself kind of become cemented in the consciousness. What do I mean by cemented in the consciousness? That means that further in the future, you're preventing the full blossoming of your consciousness to operate in every area of your life. So it's your choice. It's your choice what you want to say about yourself. It's your choice what words that you use. You could say you're a failure. You could say all kinds of things that aren't assisting in you becoming. Right? Notice how I just left that open. Becoming what? That's up to you, isn't it? Now, from where I'm sitting, if I think about the cognitions I have about what is it that's the ultimate for me, what is it? I could say I'm a master at um, interpretive dance, in demonstrating the nature of the universe through movement. That is an ultimate cognition for me. I am an extension of Mahasadashiva, the ultimate consciousness. I am an extension of Adi Shakti, the divine feminine. I am a disciple of Paramahamsa Sri Nityananda Swamiji. These things are ultimate cognitions that I carry. And in every area of your life, there is some words that you can give in order for you to experience the ultimate in that. Whether it's you excelling in your personal business, whatever it is. Now, you may think, okay, yeah, but I say bad things about myself, but it's in jest sometimes. I'm just joking around with friends, and it doesn't matter. Prakriti, the source of, the one who gives us the source material, for us to work with, to manifest to gives us the power and energy, that divine feminine creative energy that gives us everything that we need to sustain our lives, Prakriti. It doesn't matter if you're joking or not. She hears it, she manifests it for you. And that is the truth. Your ultimate state is not a failure. It's not your ultimate state. There's something more for you to experience out there. I suppose I'm giving myself this advice as well, because I have talked down in the past about myself many times in that way. But it's about going back, reviewing. Why do I perceive my life is the way it is right now? Because of not only the cognitions I carry about myself and the world and others, but because of the words that I've given to those things. Oh, this person is this kind of person. That's very dangerous if you're saying something that you perceive as a negative. For someone that's in your life. You're like, oh, this person is this kind of person, or they're just a gossip and that's all they do and they're not good for anything else. It's very dangerous to say that about, especially someone that you associate yourself with closely, that you see every day. That doesn't give them any opportunity to advance further in the interactions that you have, in that relationship that you could build. It could be beautiful, but because it's limited, because you have limited it by the words that you have given about them. Just think about that as well. But for now, the first step in this process is to examine those words that you speak of yourself. How do I speak about myself when I talk to others? Whether it's someone that you know very well in your life or you don't know. Both are important. And even the ones that you say in a joking manner. If you're gonna joke around, say you're Mahasadashiva. Say you're Adi Shakti. Say you're the divine feminine. Why not joke around in a powerful way if you're going to be joking around at all? Allow your divinity to creep back in you, in your life, in a myriad of ways, and use your creative energy to use your words to let yourself blossom in a magnificent way. Everyone wants to experience that magic in life, the not only fulfillment but like exuberance, you know, that there's something auspicious being received in this moment by being alive. And that's all I wanted to say right now. So thank you for listening, and I want you who's watching this, to find out what is it that's your ultimate, and observe. And in that process of finding it, just simply observe all the words that you give about yourself, what kind of person you are. And if you don't like the words that you give about yourself, change them to the person that you want to be. So thank you for watching. Nyt annan them.